name is Ivy, your host for tonight. And welcome and thank you everyone for tuning in to today's broadcast. We hope that you guys are fine and well in home. And remember to always wash your hands and restrain yourself from touching random places, especially your face. And most importantly, stay at home. I hope that tonight's broadcast will bring many joys to you guys. Please help us to do the polling, and if you have any questions, write them in the Q&A section and not in the chat. JPO are indeed very honored to be able to invite Yow Weng Wai as our special guest for tonight. Wai is a Malaysian saxophonist and was born in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah in 1986. He started learning music when he was 5 and learning the piano under Miss Audrey and saxophone under Mr. Vincent Chin when he was 13. He has completed his diploma in music in Malaysian Institute of Art under a full scholarship and continue to study in Australian International Conservatorium of Music in Sydney, also in full scholarship. Since returning to Malaysia, he has performed with various famous local musicians and also had the opportunity to perform in big venues and events. In present times, he's a regular saxophonist for Dayang Nurfaiza, not only active in our own country, but he also had ventured out internationally to part of Jeff Chang's world tour, Jonathan Lee's world tour, and participated in various international concerts. Welcome, Yow Weng Wai.
Oh, thank you, Ivy. I believe that's a cue for me.
Yeah, that was indeed very astonishing. It says that you had participated in both Jeff Chang's and Jonathan Lee's world tour. How did you feel that time?
I was actually very overwhelmed, and I was actually only a part. At the end of the Jeff Chang's tour, I only joined for like 6 concerts or something like that, because I was actually a replacement for my teacher, and that got me into the scene.
Okay.
Did you get it? Can you hear?
Then so, Mr. Huh? So, why can you tell us the stories behind the videos that was shown just now?
That was it was a performance commissioned by the Taiwan Excellence in Malaysia for promoting their industries, their arts, and everything from Taiwan. It was a 3-day exhibition in Pavilion, I guess. Yeah, Pavilion. Yeah. Yep. It was it's kind of like hard to get a solo gig these days, and I quite enjoyed it.
Okay. First thing first. What made you choose musical path as your choice of career? What inspired you from the start?
I guess I'm gonna have to say this very old-fashioned phrase that people used to say. It's kind of like music chose me instead of I to choose music. Sometimes, it's a hard decision whether to pursue music as a career or not. And I think majority of the reasons behind was because of school bands, under Miss Chow, and Vincent Chin was part of the band instructors as well. So they really encouraged me and really inspired me to do so.
Okay. So what was it like throughout your journey of musical path?
I would say I was very blessed from the beginning. I met a lot of great people, great teachers. I was learning under Mr. Julian Chan when I was in KL. You can see some of the photos. He was next to me, and he really taught me well and gave me a lot of encouragement and really helped me when I was a helpless college student that time. Um, and I think I've got it easy. Like since I first started, I think it's almost for like almost 10 years now since I've graduated from Sydney, and yeah, yeah, I feel blessed and yeah, happy.
Okay, so did you actually have any doubt moments where you feel like you wanted to give up?
Um, for sure, I guess for not even music, like not only music. I mean, in all the other industries, I guess self-doubt moments are like important for everybody. Is to double check whether this is really for you or not. Like when I first started, I really had nobody because I'm from KK Sabah, so I had to do it on my own. Like get to know the people here. It was hard uh, at the
Yeah.
first, and yeah, but I guess persistence paid off. Just don't give up, and well, I still not gonna give up. Yeah, eventually, yeah, it'll go your way, maybe.
Okay. And
Oh yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of playing with all the Taiwan celebrities, how did you feel that time?
Okay, I think the first international artist I played for was Jeff Chang. To me, it was like
Yeah.
30 steps up from doing our my usual gigs, and suddenly out of nowhere jump to the like the top of the industry. I was actually a replacement for my teacher, and I used to listen to Jeff Chang when I was in primary school, and I remember when I was waiting at the
Oh,
backstage, ready to go onto the stage. Wow, I really felt that moment is here. Like I used to listen to those songs when I was, in cassette players. I'm not sure whether you know whether what is a cassette. And yeah, and now I'm playing the songs with the artist himself. It's really, I feel really blessed.
oh, okay. This one is a little bit different. Why did you choose saxophone as your main instrument?
Ah, um, I guess whether you like it or not, like some saxophonists will, while a lot of saxophonists like to talk bad about Kenny G, but he really popularized the instrument, and I would say part of it was him, and I saw him on the TV. I went to school band. I was from Chongqing, and I remember
Oh,
when Vincent was visiting my sisters, he left his saxophone here. I was kind of churi open and check out the saxophone. It all started from there, and it really grew when after I went to the concert band. Yeah.
ah.
Mm.
So was it hard? I mean, is it because of talent that you actually can play the instrument, or is it because you're working hard?
Mm, I when I was young, I used to think that I kind of have the talent, but when you grow older, when you see more people, it's nothing. Like if you don't work hard, there's nothing in the world can help you. Talent, yes, but there's even more talent, a lot more talented people out there. And yeah, I think the only way to do is to keep doing it over and over and over again. Practice.
Okay. So, last one is, what advice can you give to youngsters such as me who just started out taking interest in music?
Are you a musician? What do you play? What do you
Yeah,
play?
I play the flute.
Oh, you play the flute.
I
Oh,
play the flute.
I just started learning. Like I think last year, for a year already lah. I just started at my age. Okay lah. Um, um, I guess I would say it's really hard to survive as a musician. It's really, really hard. And especially when these days people are not looking at musicians as a essential worker, or, things that are not necessary in our lives. But we are definitely more necessary than they would like to think. Let's say, how would you go by everyday life without music? No, cannot, right? Yeah, but then it's still, uh, I would only encourage you to go into music when you really feel the calling to become a musician. If you're like some youngsters, they don't know what to do. Oh, they thought music is easy, going to college every day, play music, have fun. You're not gonna make it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So, did your parents agree about you being a musician?
Did your parents agree?
I don't know.
You don't
Maybe.
know. For you maybe, but for guys, the parents definitely won't don't encourage that. At first, of course, they don't encourage, but when they grow older, when I grow older, we kind of accept, and sometimes lives bring us paths that we wouldn't expect. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, how did you how did you manage to arrange your practice schedule?
Oh, I'm terrible at time management. I'm those kind of people who's when when I really want to do that thing, I would just go into it, and I would just leave everything behind. Let's say, yeah, when I finish doing it, oh, I realized, oh, I got a lot of things going on. Yeah, yeah, this I have to work on it lah. But then I guess it's part of the passion in music. Like, I mean, not only music, but passion in something that I really like, that you forget everything else when you do it. I think it's the kind of fire you need if you want to become a musician.
Oh. So, how many instruments did you play?
Well, I can sort of play. I can't play the piano anymore. I play some keyboards for me to do my arrangements. As a tool for my arrangement. And I play the saxophone, and I just started learning flute, which I'm quite happy as. Especially this MCO, I've practiced quite a lot.
Okay. That's it for now. And then now we are going to the Q&A section.
All right.
Okay. So the first question. What is your advice that when the saxophonist didn't get a good tuning? What the problem that usually make a saxophone out of tune?
Oh, the first thing would be your own ears. Can you really tell that you are out of tune? You have to be able to tell. Let's say it's like colors. You have to be able to recognize red color before you know. Oh, it's not really that red. You know what I mean? I maybe not. You gotta have a good ear before you can try to play in tune. If you don't, if you can't even, if you cannot listen, then you won't be able to play in tune. Secondly, is your instrument. Is it leaking or not? And thirdly, the tuning. Um, I think it's your embouchure, whether you practice enough. And the last one is the tuning. use a tuner at first. Yeah, I would do so.
Okay. The second one, is it same between the reed, Venturan, and Rico? And how to choose reed with the size and brands?
Hmm. Brands. I've been with Pandoran Java for a long time because I've used to it, and I do not like to mess with my setups. I used to use a Rico, I think, Rico Jazz, but I feel like Vandoren has a finer products. It feels better, but I think they all play quite the same. Just choose what you like and according to your budget and how to choose. Choose your strength. Oh yeah. Um, I think this one you have to kind of experiment on yourself and how big is your opening, what kind of sound you want to achieve. Sometimes I used to play, let's say 2.5. Now I'm down half a size to size 2. It's not embarrassing at all. Like some students would think that, oh, when you downsize, you're not good. You got to play like like size 5 to be a professional. No, it's really like whether ngam you or not lah. Whether you like, is it comfortable? Like, are you straining yourself or are you overblowing? If you're straining yourself, means the setup is too hard for you. If you're overblowing, like the air couldn't get into the mouthpiece, then you should up half a size and try.
Okay. So this one is from Chloe Chern. She asked how to do glissando on the sax.
Oh, I would say I'm not very good at glissando. By glissando, you mean uh, the Rhapsody in Blue kind of glissando? That one I cannot do. The normal glissando is to do your scales and slide it with your lip and jaw, yeah, ambrosia, at the same time.
Okay. And another question. Students nowadays don't have a good attitude to practice their instruments. What is your advice for the young students to play their instruments?
Oh wow, this is like a chicken and egg question. When you have enough passion, or when you're passionate enough at something, you automatically practice, right? You don't need somebody to kick you in the ass. I maybe one of the things that I did was to go and check out concerts, to go and check out performance, and you know get the energy from the performance. Feel inspired. To be able to get the fire again to practice. I think this would be good.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to make yourself practice. I totally understand. Some days I just don't feel like practicing at all. Like today, I didn't practice. I got many things on my mind, and you know, as a grown up, I guess, I guess don't feel bad when you are not in the mood to practice. Even if you practice, it won't be an effective session. So take your time off, do something else, watch a movie or watch YouTube. Get inspired. Reignite your fire.
Okay. There's another question. Uh, what players have influenced your style of playing?
Wow. Many players actually. Oh, did I say that? Oh, many players such as Charlie Parker Like he's the go-to saxophonist for everybody, every saxophone plays. I listen to Kirk Whalum for some gospel chops, and Bob Reynolds for some, tone exercises. I mean, basically, you can find them on YouTube lah. Just browse through, and if you see anybody you like, just keep on going back to them.
Okay. Next questions from Akumasan. How to build confidence in performing in front of a lot of people?
Aha. I guess you have to keep doing it, and you can't expect you to stay at home every day thinking how to build confidence. And when you go to a performance and you suddenly become confident, no, you have to be able to do it 100 times, maybe the 101 time you can gain your confidence. It's over the years kind of thing. Mm. I even now I still have to work on it. Just keep on doing it. Like cooking. These days, everybody has to cook for themselves. Of course, the first time you won't be confident, right? When you cook to the 50th meal, you're kind of confident. It gains bit by bit every day.
Okay. So next one from Miss Cho Yang Ching.
Oh,
Hi
Michelle.
there. What makes you decide to be a musician?
Oh, that one again. Yeah, I since I was I've decided that actually since I was in high school, and actually I thought I had the talent lah. But when I went overseas, when I've opened my eyes to see so many more talented people, actually I felt defeated actually. But I've bounced back up ever since, to realize my own position, and I keep working on it. And I think the first one, have to go back to your passion. When you're passionate enough, like I really didn't care whether I could make money at all. Like since when I was in high school, I just wanted to do it. I wanted to become a musician. I didn't care whether I could be famous or make a lot of money. Never really crossed my mind. So I just want to do it for the sake of doing it.
Oh. Okay. So next one. Do you use steel mouthpiece or wooden mouthpiece? What's the difference?
Oh, actually, the difference can only be told by the user himself. The audience won't tell the difference. Only the saxophonist we can tell the difference. Mainly, I think it's the feel, whether you like it or not. Like how do you play badminton, whether the grip you like it or not, that kind of thing. And the characteristic of your saxophone. If your saxophone is a bright saxophone, then I don't recommend using a metal one, because you'll just become too bright and too thin. You have to balance with your saxophone. If your saxophone is too mellow, then you can just brighten it up with a metal. Yep, and metal is much more expensive. I'm using a hard rubber now. I used to use the metal mouthpiece, but I've gone back to a hard rubber mouthpiece now. I actually feel much more natural, and has a better bottom of the saxophone.
Okay. Next one. How would you build a strong relationship with your section?
What do you mean by section? You mean like in the school band or something?
I I think it's school band
Um,
or a
okay,
section of saxophone.
I think I've it's people that we work with every day. Uh, as a musician, we work with different musicians every performance. The first thing I would say is to connect with the people. Playing wise, we put it aside first. Whether you are good with the person, try to make relationship with everybody, have a good session, have a good time, everybody enjoy, then only you can start making music. Yeah, don't focus so much on technicality first, I guess. First thing first is to have a good fellowship. Yeah, good things will follow.
Okay. Next one, also from Miss Cho Yang Ching. Can you share some of your experience while you are performing on the stage?
Ah, okay, I guess I made a lot of mistakes when I went on my world tour. Actually, I was very nervous, of course, and I was counting the bars. Okay, it's gonna be my solo suit. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I forgot to put the mic on. But it's all like a part of my memories now, lah. And we all learn from mistakes. And I still get nervous. I think, which is a good thing, that you can still feel the nerve that every time I go on the stage, it's different. And actually, when I'm nervous or when my band is nervous, we can sort of like make magic. Like we might do something that we never did in our rehearsals, and that's because we are nervous. We're on the edge. We're always whether we're falling down or not. That kind of feeling that jazz musicians enjoy. Although I don't really consider myself a jazz musician, but it's very cheeky.
Okay. Next one. Is saxophone only meant for playing jazz music? Is there any good classical saxophone pieces?
Hmm, good question. Of course not, I would say. Uh, but saxophone shine during the years of the jazz period. It's when because it was invented quite late in the 1900 around there, 1800, late 1800, I think. Um, and most of the orchestra pieces were written way before. So only the modern pieces would incorporate saxophone. Actually, it was meant for marching bands because like all the woodwinds were not loud enough in the outdoor. So that's when saxophone came in. I do not play the classical saxophone. To me, it's very, very difficult. But yeah, please challenge yourself. I think I know a classical saxophonist from Malaysia who's teaching in Canada or Thailand now. I think Canada. He's one of the best classical saxophonists from Malaysia. You can check him out. He's called Lo Chi Ming. Yeah, he used to. I think he went to Chung Chin once to teach me and a bunch of other students. Yeah, you can maybe find him on Facebook and ask him for if you're interested in classical saxophones. Yeah, I wouldn't have a lot of information on that. Yeah, of course, saxophone is not only for classical. I mean, jazz. Yes, I don't really play like heavy jazz or something. I play pop a lot, like smooth jazz and then some jazz, things like that. It's it's all in your preference. Like just like cooking, the same ingredient can be made into different dishes.
Okay. Next one is from Eugene Chi. Do you encourage beginner saxophonists to practice overtones?
Oh yes, yes, of course. It's one of the fundamentals to be able to synchronize your throat movement, the position, and the sound you play. It's like more to me. It's like your mind synchronizations with your throat position and your muscle to be able to make a good sound, to be able to play altissimos. I even today I'm still trying to practice more on overtones, which I wouldn't say I'm very good, but keep on doing it. Yeah.
Okay. Next one is from Miss Chow again. How to practice vibrato? Any special technique?
How to practice vibrato? Yes, there is some technique. Okay, give me 1 second. I think I only know two types of vibrato. The first one, the easiest one, is the vibrating using your lower jaw, like just slightly, like give it a bite or loosen it up. The second one is to your diaphragm. It's like ha 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 ha, you know how you laugh, kind of disrupt the airflow to create the vibrato effect. And I use the lip technique because I don't want to kacau my airflow. My airflow it's going out continuously. So I would practice with metronome, like tick tock tick da da da. First at first, only when you kind of master it. Actually, you just have to do a little bit. Don't overdo it. After you kind of master it, you can just do it whenever you want, but don't do it all the time lah. Like it's one of the techniques, but don't do it at every note you do. Some notes requires vibrato, some doesn't. Okay.
Okay. Um, Next one is, do you give seminar in Malaysia or KK? Yeah.
I haven't been doing any seminars.
Oh,
I've always been focusing on performing and doing arrangements. I would love to, one day, if somebody would would want me to give a seminar.
okay. So next one. Throughout your performing career, is there any funny or interesting story to share with us? Maybe something happened during the performance or during a tour?
Hmm. Wow. Uh, I, I have a memory of a goldfish. Give me 1 second. Uh, Funny moments. Hmm. I guess it's the culture that because we mainly toured in China and some other countries. Like at first, when I've never been to China my whole life before I started touring, and it's the culture difference that really makes you think. Uh, yeah, I don't think it should be discussed here live. Um, yeah, I can't really think of any. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Next one. What part should I play when creating music, like chorus or supporters? Question by Chloe Chern.
Hmm. Can you repeat the question?
Um, It says, what part should I play when creating music? Like chorus or supporters? Oh,
Hmm. I think I understand what she means. Um, let's talk in a band kind of point of view. We in a normal rhythm section, we have a drummer, we have bassist, a pianist, and saxophone as the lead instruments. Okay, if you are the lead player in the band, obviously you have to carry the melody. If you're the pianist, you gotta play you gotta play with harmony and not to fight with the saxophonist. And if you're the bassist, you have to play a nice bottom for the band for the pianist to harmonize on top of the bass, and nicely for the saxophonist to play the melodies. So everybody has their own role. Like drummer, you're not supposed to solo all the time. Your job is to keep the tempo and keep the band going. That's your main role. But when it comes to your turn to solo, that's when you do it. But in general, don't just stick to your own role. Is that understandable?
quite. Okay. So, next one again by Eugene Chi. Can you show us how to do overtones and what basic overtone exercise can you suggest for young players?
mm, I don't have my sax set up, but there's a book called A Tone a Day that every teacher used to tell us to learn. Like it shows you the overtone series. Okay, it's the basic will go like you press your low B flat, you play the B flat, and then you go an octave higher with the same fingering will be B flat, and a fifth higher F, but pressing the same fingering. If you can do these three on like B flat, B, C sharp, you are on the right track. Start doing from the bottom of the instruments. Try to play uh, octave up and fifth with the same fingering without the octave key.
Okay. And next one. What are the major differences between some of the famous artists you work with?
Hmm. Oh, they are all very different. That's why they are they are artists, and they are on their own. Jonathan Lee was he was like the David Foster in the Chinese scene. He wrote many famous songs for everybody. So on his concert, he sang all of his famous tunes, and he really meant it. He's the kind of person that you can really feel through his singing. And Jeff he's the kind of virtuoso singers. He can sing for 2-3 hours, still sound good. Jia Jia, powerhouse singer. She doesn't need to sound check. Oh, come on, let's do it. And she starts singing perfectly. And they are all different. Like Dayang is very good. Like if you want to listen to the live local artists, yeah, listen to Dayang.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all different. That's why they can come up on top of other people. Yeah, find yourself if you want to be an artist. Yeah.
Okay, so next one from Dave Chin. What is your current setup?
Oh, on my alto, I use a Van Doren V16 S Plus uh, 7. My reed, I'm using Java green box, number 2, size 2. On the ligature, I don't really care. I just bought a, is that like a H ligature, juiced. And on my tenor, I am using a Van Doren Metal V16 T75 with a Roffner, like Chaplang Roffner ligature with Java Red size 3. Yeah, if I can remember. Yeah, that's all. I
Okay.
can write it down if you would like to know
Uh,
later.
okay, a question from Kelly Yap. How is the job demand for fresh music graduate?
Hmm. Yeah, it's getting tougher. Yeah, a lot more competition now in the market. That's why when I say it, only do it when you really feel the calling to become a musician. If you are if you are half baked, you cannot survive. Yeah. Hmm. The job demands, I think, few years back when nobody buys CDs anymore, when people listen music online for free, um, the demands for live performances are actually going up way more. That's why we are able to go to a world tour. Like people spend good money to buy concert tickets because they want to experience live music. I think it will still be in good demands because it's an experience that you have to, you can give to other people. It still cannot be replaced. Whether it can be replaced in the future, I'm not sure. But so far, music is still one of the things that cannot be replaced by a robot or softwares or computers. The demands will still be there. Yeah.
Okay. Next one. What is your advice for a young teen who wants to play pop or jazz music without any live stage experiences? Will it be necessary to get a certificate?
Uh, Without stage experience, did you say?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, if you want to become a performer, I guess if you want to become a chef, you got to have experience in cooking, right? So if you want to become a performer, you got to find a way to let you gain experience in performing. Just when you're young, you don't need to care about money. Just do it for free. Grab opportunity whenever you can. Go out and play with other people. Make connections with people. Make exchange phone numbers, phone calls. Um, and now actually make videos of yourself if you're confident enough. Um, yeah, certificate is not really necessary unless you want to be a teacher or lecturer in a university. If not, performing is always been with your connections and your playing, whether you're good or not, and your network.
Okay. Next question. How do you overcome some of the differences in personalities?
Wow, I don't really understand this question. You mean do you mean like different personalities from different people? Um, well, I guess you can't, and I can't because we are human. We are all different. and we can't please everybody. So there will be people who like you, enjoy working with you. There will be people that do not like you and would not call you for gigs, and it's okay. It's it's normal. It's how the world goes around. Yeah.
Okay. Next. Previously you are a band member. Does band life help you in your work now?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Um, I think the first thing comes into my mind was to be punctual. Yeah, you're gonna get punished if you are not punctual, right? It's one of the things that I really appreciate. If you can pick it up from being in the school band environment, it will help you throughout your life. This is the most important thing I can think of. Be punctual, be disciplined, uh, respect towards other people. These kind of things that are more important to learn in high school actually, and it will help you throughout your life.
Okay. Next one. Besides playing well, what other characteristic that can stand a musician out? Be different as you mentioned before.
Aha, see, I think this one can connect to my previous answer. There's a lot of great players out there. um, in the real world, if you want to get work, you need to be punctual, you need to be good with people, you respect people, easy to work with, people enjoy working with you. These are all things that are more important than playing really well. You can be a very good player, but you are very hard to work with. People will not call you for work.
Okay. So, next one. When you have performance on the stage, what is the necessary you need to prepare?
Oh, of course, you have to prepare your music. Uh, oh, that's very obvious. And the second thing I would say is to prepare yourself. Like dress well. That is to respect yourself and the other people. And actually, when you dress well enough, you will be more confident, in whatever you're doing. Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's it.
just and when you're on the stage, don't think about anything else. Just let it go and play music and enjoy it.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Yo, uh,
Okay.
for answering the questions. And
Welcome.
well, it's almost time for us to end the broadcast for now. So thank you everyone for the questions and hope you guys enjoy for today. For and then now we are going to call Mr. Going to tell Mr. Eric to lead the prayer to end for tonight's program. So please pray in whatever faith you believe in for the COVID-19.
Okay. Hi, hi
Hello.
everyone. First of all, thank you,
Hi.
Mr. Y, for the generous and fruitful sharing throughout this broadcast. So let us pray now. Dear Father, the current pandemic are getting stable day by day. Please bless everyone of us that stay healthy, avoid the crowded places, giving strength to all those frontliners, and relieve the pain of the patient now. So, and for those who had passed away, may their soul live in peace throughout the Christ our Father. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Once again, thank you all for joining tonight's broadcast. I hope you guys are having a good time and enjoyed it and learned something valuable. So keep updated with us by tuning in our Jesselton Philharmonic Orchestra Facebook page. And also, if you want to rewatch again tonight's program, you can also go to our YouTube channel, Jesselton Philharmonic Orchestra Media. Thank you, Y, for joining us for tonight's
You're most welcome.
broadcast. Okay. Love you guys. Okay. Love you guys. Be safe and be healthy, and you stay at home.
Goodbye.
Bye.